Did you know that most of your conversations are done without you? Interesting, isn't it? Most of your conversations, you got nothing to very little to do with them. Especially if you're over the age of 10, 20, definitely over 30. You're so programmed to speak a certain way, respond a certain way, conduct yourself a certain way. It's almost certain that you will respond, and I can forecast and predict with high accuracy an entire conversation without you having to open your mouth. Don't you do that with people you know? We all do that. We just don't put it together to understand that we are programmed. We are computers that run on predestined vocabulary and action. You know what they are going to say. If you do this, they do that. You do this, they do that. You do this, they do that. You already know. You can have an entire conversation allegedly with someone else, but really just talking to you. They do that all the time. We do kind of sketches, right, for comedy. I make that, as a joke sometimes when I talk to Steven, because we talk so much. I speak for the both of us sometimes. And we always get a kick out of it because we know each other so well. Like I said, you can finish each other's sentences because you're so familiar with one another and close. Like, oh, I know what he's gonna say. It's okay. You can talk to me. I already know. Right? We all do that with people that you know because we're programmed. We're really not that original. They did some AI thing a while back on Facebook for dead people that passed away and their loved ones can talk to this AI that has adopted their way of speech or whatever, their slang, their style, and you can talk to an AI and it pretends it's the person that you loved because it talks like them, uses their style. It's all these crazy things that people do, but well, it works because, like I said, we're very predictable. It's not that complicated to predict a human being. Most of the stuff you say, you're not even conscious of saying. And if you are, chances are, even if you want to change the trajectory, you won't. You cannot. See, earlier I was talking to Steven, and sometimes I'm just an automatic, right? And I wanted to say something different, but my mouth spoke before I was able to change what I was going to say. Because I'm so programmed to respond, it comes out instantly without me having to think about it. Because, the body has a mind of its own, And, and as soon as you program it, it just runs on automatic. It doesn't need you. And it really is a survival mechanism. It's designed to help you. Problem is, when you design it with a corrupt code, now you got this automatic action that is corrupt. Not what it's supposed to do. And when you try to do what is just and right, well, you're so programmed to doing what is not, it's hard to nearly impossible for you to break that chain, snap out of that loop, and grow a new pattern. It really is. We can all say, oh yeah, born again, you pray, you say a few. Well, all of that sounds nice and all, but truth be told, in the practicality of faith, it is very hard for us to change, isn't it? Papa knows, and he gives us grace as long as you are sincere in your effort and you do put in the effort. You're not always going to get it, but are you even putting in the effort? And don't say try. Try is a bad word. Try means you're not actually having the intention. Oh, I try. It's like, whatever, I tried. No, I mean, You jump for it, you go for it. Sure, you missed, but you went for it. When people say something and you know you have the tendency to get mad, to get upset, to respond with a sarcastic joke or accuse, and you say to yourself in times of peace, when you're just having quiet in your mind with meditation, I'm not going to do that again. Next time they're going to say that one thing, I'm not going to get angry. I'm going to just keep my mouth shut. And then they say it, and guess what? You do get angry and you're not keeping your mouth shut. It's like, oh, but I already had plans to change. Yeah, well, you had plans and you didn't. Like I said, not so simple. So take that into account. Remember that. You know, people don't change so easily. It takes a lot of hard, intentional effort for you to change the way you speak and the way you conduct yourself. So give yourself grace, give yourself mercy, and stay on the path. Push, 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 plow on. Persevere, keep growing. Don't give yourself slack. Forgive yourself, but don't enable yourself. Keep going. And sooner or later, you'll get there. You will break out of that cycle and you will be able to actually speak on purpose, with a purpose, for God's purpose.